Hey guys, it's Ryan, and today I made an Albino ATEM. So before we get to the ATEM, I just wanted to say thank you for tuning into this video. I've been working on this for a few weeks now, and I think you're gonna like it. But first, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and consider subscribing, turning on the bell, all that fun stuff. And also consider jumping over to our Patreon account. It's a different Patreon account than most accounts. We call it the High Tech on Life Gear Fund or Equipment Fund, where you donate whatever you want a month. It could be as little as $1, and then that goes into a fund to buy equipment to feature on this channel. And then at the end of the videos that we make, and after we've learned everything we can about the piece of gear, I give it away to one of the patrons. So consider going over there. The link will be in the description below. So you're probably wondering why do this, right? Why not? Look at that thing. Look at that thing. It's so awesome. I actually watched a video on Plasti-Dipping on YouTube a long time ago, and I thought for a second, I don't know what made me think of it a couple weeks ago about, you know, everybody's got the ATEM, right? What can make my ATEM a little unique? First thought was to spray paint it, right? But then I thought, well, what if I don't like the way it looks white? But it looks incredible white, doesn't it? Black magic. So I decided to go out and get some Plasti-Dip instead, because with Plasti-Dip, if you guys don't know, Plasti-Dip you can remove if you don't like it. So this is all like looking good here from a distance. And it does look good when it's sitting on the desk and like during live streams and things like that. It's gonna look good. But since it was my first time Plasti-Dipping something, I didn't do that well of a job. So it's gonna be hard to see on this camera because this is just a 1080p camera. It's the Blackmagic original pocket cinema camera. Everything looks pretty good. I know these are kind of washed out on the video, but it's really hard. These lights are so bright that it's hard to even focus in and get these looking well on camera. But in between some of the buttons here, there's a little bit of bubbling. And when I was originally painting it, and my first couple of coats, which you'll see here, I didn't do full coverage, which I probably should have done. I don't know if that made it end up like this, but my last couple coats, I did do thicker coats, so that's what made it actually look pretty good. It does attract a lot of dark dust. I don't know, like little pieces of cloth like off my shirt and things like that. So, but everything's functional. Everything looks great. All the buttons work. Oh, off. There we go. And it just ends up looking pretty cool. Now, would I recommend everybody do this? Yeah. I mean, look at it. Plus, fade to black off, you could do whatever color you want. You don't got to do white. I just thought white would look pretty cool. And then you got the name, the Albino ATEM, right? So why not do that? But really, the only thing you're losing by doing something like this is some of the labels under the buttons. There's not a lot. You know, there's a few things like I can't even remember what that says. But there's a few things like this says duration, this says mic 1 and 2. But other than that, all the labels are on the buttons themselves. So you don't even really have to worry about covering up anything that you wouldn't want to see. And then I ended up taking the little, right above the record button, I took a little bit of Plasti-Dip off right there in order to see the record light. So that is pretty cool, I think. So this is what you'll be seeing if you join us on our live streams each week or so on my desk, and I'll be able to show you guys that this coming week. I was kind of hiding it this last week because I didn't want you guys to see it yet, but it's been done for almost a week now. So we're getting close to be able to showing it on camera, which is going to be cool for the stream. There's not really any downside to this. That's the nice thing about the Plasti-Dip, is that there's really no downside because I can go in and peel all this off if I want to, and then I'm back to my regular ATEM. If you haven't seen how Plasti-Dip is applied, go check out a video on YouTube. It's not that difficult. You just have to know how to do it, which I just thought I could do it. I watched a couple videos, but I didn't follow them apparently. And I wasn't sure how it would stick to this plastic. I mean, it already looks pretty nice, and I wasn't sure how it would actually stick to the plastic. So it's a little bit of it's a rubberized coating, so it feels like rubber, like it's squeaky, right? And I think one thing that will happen with this eventually is that I will start getting little nicks. Like I've got one on the side here already that you can see. And, you know, just from general wear and tear, when I take this to go do gigs or something like that, it'll start to peel off. But once it does, that's okay. It's not like paint chipping off. It's just Plasti-Dip, so I can, you know, rip the whole thing off. I did take it all the way apart again, just like I did in my What's Inside the ATEM. And I took it down to the very bare plastic pieces and then Plasti-Dipped it from there. And for those of you who liked that other video, I ended up taking high-res photos of the guts, so you guys can go see everything, all the processors and stuff that they're using inside this. So I did high-res photos of the PC boards. So I'll put a link below to hightechonlife.com where you guys can go check that out. Now, one thing I might do is just pull the Plasti-Dip off the back here and just have a white top and a black bottom. And I thought that might look pretty cool too. So maybe we'll do that in the future. But it all looks pretty good, I think. It all came together. Everything still functions, which is nice. So I think we actually won on this one, which doesn't always happen, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Sometimes things die. So let me tell you what I did is I have actually edited together a full raw cut of the whole process of Plasti-Dip in the ATEM, from taking everything apart, prepping everything, the actual Plasti-Dipping, and then putting everything back together. So you guys can go, I'll link that below. It'll go up the exact same time as this video. You guys can go watch that one, and then you can if you want to. It's a long video, okay? It's like completely raw, very minimal cuts. It was like a 2 or 3 camera thing, so you can get a couple different angles, things like that. So that'll be linked below, so you guys can go look at the entire process. You can skip around to different parts if you want. I'll have all that time code and everything. So this was just kind of a highlight video to show this guy off, and then you can actually go and watch a full-on, like, super boring uncut version if you really want to get nerdy and stuff like that and see how I did it. I think this will stay like this for a while. I don't foresee, like, tearing off the Plasti-Dip anytime soon. So this will be kind of a mainstay in the studio, and it can kind of tie some things together. I got a white desk here. It'd be cool to have kind of a white ATEM to blend into the desk, especially when I'm doing the live streams and things like that. So pretty cool, I think. So just a couple things to look for in the description below. Again, we've got the website with the high-res images. We've got the video, the raw uncut video of the entire process. We've got a couple lists of all the equipment that I use. You guys can go check out. Those are affiliated links, so they help. And then there's the link to the Patreon Gear Fund. So please go check that out if you'd like to contribute. You know, for like $1 a month, you guys can put into this fund. We'll buy a piece of equipment, review it, and then I'll be giving it away to one of the patrons. So, pretty cool. Well, as always, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. It is wonderful that you guys show even a little bit of interest in these videos. We just passed like 1,200 subscribers, so we're still young, but we're growing, and everything you guys can do to help is awesome. So we appreciate it. I appreciate it especially. I enjoy doing these videos. They're really fun to put together, and coming up with new ideas that people haven't done before. That is the hardest part of doing YouTube. But you know what? I hope you enjoyed this. And if you want to Plasti-Dip your ATEM, go for it, and then send me the pictures and I'll feature them on here, eh? How about that, eh? Let's do it. So thanks again, guys. And also, reminder to go over to Twitter and Instagram. Follow us there at HiTechOnLife. Tech on Life, I think it is. Just search for it, you'll find us. And we post a few things there every so often. And also any kind of announcements of live streams or anything like that. So go there and check that out. And thanks again for watching. I'll see you in the next video.